Hello and welcome to the second episode of In the Garden for 2025.
I'm in awe. Hello.
I'm Nicola.
Awe mark.
Okay, so we got quite a bit
That's not awe mark, that was in awe mark.
Yes. We got quite a bit happening this fortnight. We do have the Hens Party, so everything that we're doing just about at the moment is predicated on getting ready.
They'll be the happiest chickens in the world. They've never had a party before.
We didn't get any jokes. We're still waiting for jokes. If you've got jokes, please tell us.
That would be great.
Yeah, we really need them. And Hens Party ideas. I've got games and stuff.
The games chickens play. You could turn that into a song.
I'm sure you probably could. Okay, so there's quite a bit happening. We're not going to chat a lot in the intro. We'll talk to you more at the end. So it's Sunday morning and I'm about to do, I don't know, I think this might be refuel 6 or 7 for the weekend. I am going to try and get this area down this side of the house done to the front. Mark's going to bring the his big car with the trailer on the back down, and he's going to pick up sticks. I've got about 2.5 hours of work time. I have a meeting this afternoon for the arts committee, so my time is at a premium. Anyway, so off I go.
Well, first step today in trying to clean up the tool shed. Got some of the tools off the bench. Actually, you can see bench. Started to put all the nails and bolts into the container over here. We've got thousands of them, as you can see. Well, down here, nails. We've got all sorts of different sizes. Bits of packets have still got lots left laying around here. That's all full of, excuse me, a touch of the logie. Bits and pieces everywhere. But anyway, just trying to get it all sorted a little bit. My wobbly building. So that's a good start. Believe it or not, it is level. If you can see in the middle there. It always looks a bit dodgy around this place, but anyway, it's level, which I'm pretty pleased with. They're looking a bit crooked, but that's the plastic was warped as it came out of the packet, so they're actually, again, level and straight, but yeah, anyway, hopefully that'll settle in time. But just trying to get everything up so I can actually, or Nicola can find it too. We've tried more stuff to do, and a lot more cleaning up in the sheds, but this is a nice start.
If you're looking to flex your marketing muscle.
Well, that's why next we're going to have another go at doing my stuff.
It's a bit windy today. Just repotted the begonias. I put 3 of them in a container. I've got it back to front. Another one, 2 of the bigger pots. They're in 2 little pots. These things have been going like a house on fire, but they're so tall now the wind keeps blowing them over, so chasing some stability. They don't like too big a space because they like to have their roots condensed in a pot, so they do like to be not pot bound but cozy, I would say. Interestingly, we'll go through our big begonias here. Self-set fern, so I don't know where he's come from, but we didn't plant him. And look at all these ones, they're starting to drop. This is like barren ground bar for weeds. It's almost rock and gravel, and they're self-setting on the ground, so they've been going really well. Trying to keep them going really well, and hopefully this will help them. These other fellas to do yet. We've got 3 cockatoos. Oh, there they go. He's trying not to scare them, but they filled the bird feeder up yesterday, and they're cheeky. They've been, look at our poor vegetable garden, I'm going to get into that. They've been hitting the passion fruit fairly hard, and they're clever. They pick the ones that are all but ripe and they're chewing them out. Yeah, and they found the bird feeder this morning. This is the latest beer. Whoops, a bit out of sight. So
I don't think it could be shit.
no.
And I say that because of the tag on the beer.
Whoop. How we just.
Would you like me to hold
That'd be lovely. Thank you.
that? There we go. There's Mark. There's his beer.
it
Oh, it fizzed.
It's only 2
Okay.
weeks. It's 2 weeks old out of the keg.
All right. What does the tag say?
This could be shit beer, I think, from memory, without reading it. Oh, she hasn't fizzed yet, but it's still
It's got a bit of a head. Not
Yeah,
much, but a little
very.
bit.
hasn't been long in the bottle. So there you go.
So, show us the tag.
This could be shit beer.
Hang on. We'll come in close. There we go.
There you go.
Which actually, the first beer Mark made when he returned to home brewing after a long break, they were the tags we put on it.
Be young, but other than that, good.
So, we're home. And, oh my gosh. So what we have here is 3 kilos of local honey. We bought that direct from the beekeepers. So I bought a 1 gallon demijohn and a bung. I actually have a spare airlock, so I didn't need another airlock. What else have I got in here? Oh, I'll show you that after. That's Mark's. So this one here, it's a stirrer. So we've got 2 different kinds of stirrers now. That'll make it easier to know which one we've used on which. So if we use this one on the Mead, we can use Mark's big long spoon on his beer. He actually bought himself another home brew. What kind was it?
Belgium ale.
A Belgian ale. So that, a mangrove one, mangrove jack, and then we bought the pure liquid malt extract for that. He needed a new bottle washer, so we got that. We got no rinse sanitizer. We got a cold water cleaner detergent. I bought another Mead yeast, so we can do, essentially we can have 2 Meads on the go. We've actually got enough stuff now to do that. Now, I bought one of these and it looks really silly. It's a test tube, but that is so when we're testing what they call the must, we can actually put the hydrometer in that and take an accurate reading. So that will be worth its weight in gold. So we actually had a gift voucher that we were given by my father for Christmas last year for $100. So we bought all of this and we bought the other beer mix for just over 100. So that was pretty good, quite pleased, because even though I had bought a lot of the Mead making stuff, this will allow me to run a second, be able to test with the hydrometer, and to have the extra demijohn, or to have a demijohn, because I don't actually have a working demijohn now. Yeah, we'll be able to have 2 down. We also bought plants for the front of the house, because we've got the Hens Party next week, and then we've got the wedding in a couple of weeks after, so we need to get all that planted up. We bought a nail gun, because we've got to finish off the duck pen. We haven't quite got there yet. So we got quite a bit on. We had a busy weekend. It's not quite midday and we've done all the shopping that we need to do immediately. So I guess we need to mow. we need to plant and get the mead and a beer down. So, as I said, busy. Oh, and I need to clean and paint the front veranda. Anyway. Alright. Where are we? Where are we?
Buying at Ollie's.
We're at Ollie's.
Buying a mower.
Now, they don't sponsor us, but they give us very good service, so we keep coming back here. So, Mark had a chance to pick the one he wanted, and this is the one he wanted. So,
What happened to our old one?
our old one went, watch the cord, he said, yeah. Went bang, pop, and then smoke. So, yeah, it was time to replace it. I'm going to go in case he needs it. This week, my bottles arrived, and actually, I've had a play with one. Look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? I'm actually really pleased with how that came up. So, they just printed it actually on the printer and glued it on. But they're all 1 litre bottles, ready for making mead, which will happen hopefully later today. We'll be able to get them started. So there's a dozen there. Dozen? Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, there's a dozen. And I've discovered they're actually cheaper to buy direct from Kmart than it is to buy on Amazon. And of course, because I've got that one pass, I get my free delivery. So I'm thinking if I decide to do wine, guess what kind of bottles I'm going to use? I'm going to use these kind of bottles because they're not dishwasher safe, which is a bit of a problem. I really want a dishwasher safe, but these aren't. But we'll be able to wash them and reuse them. And I won't need to worry about the lids because these have got the self-sealing lids. Winston's just dropped his toy in there. There you go. So anyway, so we're all ready to go. We've got all the bits and pieces as you would have seen earlier. So later today we'll get them sanitised and get the mead down. Right, what you doing, mister?
Sterilising.
It's stinky.
Yep, that's the plan, Jan.
Do you want to wash those next and then you can put the tools in that?
No. Oh, I don't want to do that.
Because that would make sense.
You shouldn't need this go around.
Yeah, no, they say to do it immediately as you do it up so that you've got a benchmark.
Okay. Different to beer. Don't breathe
Oh,
It's
easy
the
to say.
fumes that sterilise.
Oh, sterilising my poor old brain.
Nothing.
And that thing.
So how much does this contain, Carl?
5 litres.
What we're getting inside that's going to be huge.
Could you use the jug to pour some in?
We're going to have to. So you only do up 5 litres.
Yeah, each
How much
container
honey?
is 5 litres.
How much honey?
Well, for that, it'd be 3.2.
Kilo.
Yeah.
3.2 kilo of honey in that.
No, that wouldn't be 1.6 and the other 1.6.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 3.2 if I do both.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, anything else to sterilise?
Well, not for me.
Well, I might leave that in there just in case, because otherwise we're going to open a new bottle.
Okay. Okay. So we're set to go. So we've got the scales, we've got the container that's been sanitized. Everything here has been sanitized. So what we're going to start with is we need to get 1.6 kilo, which is just slightly more than half of that, into here, and then we'll do one lot into here and one lot into here. Now, because that's 3 kilos, we're a bit short, so I've actually found some other honey that I had in the fridge. So yeah, so I'm just hoping my scales haven't gone flat, which it almost certainly appears that way. Oh no, there we go. 0. Okay, so 1.6 kilo. Now, the temperature's actually quite warm today, so we haven't had to heat the honey at all. So in order to get this basically to the same taste, I'm going 1.5 out of the pot, and I'm going to add the extra 100 grams out of here. And if that's too much, I've got another kilo in the cupboard. So we definitely have enough. It's just getting it out. Okay, so in preparation, I organised a funnel. So we're going to do it nice and slow, because honey isn't the most easy pour thing, particularly when some of it's a bit cool out of the fridge. So we'll just let that flow down. Now what I actually have done too is I've boiled the jug. So once I get this first batch through, in order to get the rest of the honey out of here, I'll put half a litre of water out of the jug, and we'll pour that down to help it clean up anything that's in it, and then we'll do the other one as well. I got Mark to go up and get me the yeast. I had it sent up to the studio, and of course didn't think that I'd need it straight away, did I? You know, because anyway. And it's pouring really slowly, as you can see, which is a little bit frustrating, but anyway, we'll get it down here. The temperature's quite warm today. It's just shy of 30 degrees again. So as I said, it's not like I've got to melt the honey. It's just actually probably the honey out of the fridge is the worst of it. So if we waggle that around, it seems to come down a bit faster. Now the good thing is that after I clean everything up, I will actually put all of this away. I've got a big container that I've bought, and and I will store all these tools. The only thing I think that won't fit is probably the stirrer, but that's okay. I can wash them. Now, while we were out today, we actually picked up a Mead juice. That's a mangrove jack. This is the one that came with the kit I bought. It's an almost off-grid. I know almost off-grid talked about doing one that had orange peel and stuff. I just want to do the plain one. I'm not interested in orange peel at the moment. Our first batch, I just want just a basic plain Mead. So the recipe that I'm actually using is 1.6 kilograms of honey, 2.5 litres of warm water, not hot, and then one of the sachets of Mead yeast. So after I've done that, what we'll do, we'll give it a stir. We'll put the bung in with the liquid and let it go. Okay, so we've actually got all the water in, it's all stirred. We've got, okay, so here are the 2 yeast packets that I'm using. What I'm waiting for now, the optimal temperature is 30 degrees and below. So I'm actually waiting for this to drop down below 30 degrees so I can actually add the yeast. Once I add the yeast, that's when it actually starts the fermentation process. So after I've got the yeast in, we'll give it a bit of a shake. I'm not going to stir it because I've put the stirrer into the sink now. I'll put some liquid into each of the 2 bubblers. But the idea is that they'll need a couple of days. Okay, we're at the pointy end. So I'm going to take the bung out. We're going to empty one of the packets of yeast into here, and then we're going to do the same with this one. So here goes. These packets don't open so well. There it is. It can go there. Don't fall on me. Okay, first one has its yeast component. So we'll just give it a quick swirl and let it go. There's one. I'm not going to do any more than that because it's going to bubble up and do its own thing. And do the other one. That's open. And pour this over the top. Lid on. This one might actually give it a bit more of a swirl. A lot of the others, you know, they give it a really good shake. I'm not really sure I'm up to that. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there it is. I don't know if you can see it. Hang on, I'll bring it closer. There it is. You can start to see the bubbles are starting. That's a good sign. We'll get this down nice and tight. Put the bung in. Now, as I understand it correctly, the idea with this is it lets the carbon dioxide escape without letting any bacteria in, which is what's really important, that it's got, I'll turn this one a bit, has enough water in it So the idea is now over the next week or two, we watch it. We'll start to see it bubbling. They tell me within 24 to 48 hours. We'll just wait and see now. Fingers crossed. Okay, so here we are. We're not quite 24 hours in. And if you're wondering why I have Glad wrap, well, we bought that bung yesterday and we've discovered what you might call a tiny wrinkle, which is that it won't stay in. So I suggested to Mark we could actually Glad wrap it, which we've done, and it's actually holding the bung quite well. You'll see we've got the seal in there. Yeah, anyway, a bit interesting. We've never had to do something like this before, but like whatever it takes, I guess. But yeah, so the bung kept slipping out, so we've decided to go with Glad wrap. We've actually got it secured down here under the arm and over, and then it had about 3 or 4 layers of Glad wrap put on it just to hold it in place. So here's hoping we've done a good enough job of securing it. Fingers crossed. Well, here we are. It's the end of another episode.
And we have Kayla helping us.
We do have Kayla helping us.
And the washing machine's beeping in the background.
It is.
Because we've done a load. We had a load of washing already.
We
A washer person's work is never done.
We have been very busy over the last few days. Mark got his new mower. Hang on. I've got a puppy trying to crawl on my lap.
Oh, there was a
Sorry
finger.
yeah, that was a finger. No way. Come on my lap. Okay.
This is an action closing.
It is.
A little Victor.
So as you know, we've been really busy. We've made Mead. Mark's put beer down. We've got he got his new mower. We've done lots of mowing, lots of chainsawing.
Believe it or not, it's a bowl opener. It's a little 70 yet not sponsored anyway, or shape form either. In case you're wondering, we're not making our millions, but yeah, it's a little bottle opener. Came with the lawnmower. Shaped as the really old Victor.
Okay, so yeah, I guess we're at the pointy end. We've got lots to do still.
Sort of more a bit round.
We'll get you some photos of the Hens Party as it goes. Yes, Mark's still looking for hen jokes if you've got any. On that note, Winston, stop. And on that note, I think we're going to call it a day. So we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
We'll mow you around.
And just like that, it's the end of another episode. We hope you enjoyed it. If you found something useful in it, please feel free to like this video. You can also comment down below. We do love to talk to subscribers. If you found something useful or you think you've got a friend who might find it useful, please feel free to share this video with them. And of course, as always, you can subscribe to our channel and that way you'll never miss out on what we're getting up to here at Stormhaven.